Oh, a lot of people's kids are going to be telling their own kids one day about what might be called the Austin Zadovsky game in Avonworth Athletics folklore. Zadovsky, 5 goals, which hadn't been done in a Class A Penguins Cup final game in over a decade. You made that mark disappear tonight. Avonworth winning big over Mars to win their first ever Penguins Cup title in Austin. Even if you'd gotten just one, even if you hadn't gotten any tonight, people would still look back and say you had an amazing playoff. How did you do it tonight? Did you feel any differently than you normally do before a game?
No, I mean, we just got the boys ready before the game. It was a long wait before the game. We had to wait for the game before us to end. But, I mean, everybody got locked in and ready to go.
How do you still have your legs and be ready to go mentally before a game when you have a long wait like that?
You just got to keep stretching, keep moving. Don't stand still for too long. Just be ready to play.
What is the key to this team's forecheck? Because not a lot of teams seem to have an answer for it of late.
We just keep working. I mean, everybody here there wants to play. Everybody's hungry, and everybody just shows up and works hard. We play for each other in the locker room. It's a team game.
Things came together in a very short time for Avonworth. This is their 6th calendar year of existence as a PIHL varsity program. There have been teams half a century old that are still trying to win a Penguins Cup title for the first time. Why do you think you guys have been able to build up to this moment so efficiently, quickly?
Well, obviously we had a few middle school championships that we won. I mean, we've been playing together since we were little, probably like 7, 8 years old. We all were brothers. We all have a brotherhood in that locker room. And everybody just binds together so well. We had a new coaching staff this year, but I mean, everybody just bound together so well. And we're just a great team.
And on a personal note, what impresses you? What impressed you the most about your team tonight?
I mean, everybody came out to play. Everybody was working hard. I mean, everybody had a great attitude and was working hard. And the energy on the bench was crazy today, as it was throughout the whole playoffs. So it was just a fun game to play in all around.
How does it feel to make history, regardless of what happened Saturday?
It's awesome. I mean, it's a great feeling.
Go tell some of your own friends about the Austin Zadovsky game. Why don't you go celebrate? Congratulations, Austin.
Thank you. Thank you.
Matt Popchuk here with head coach Chris Chiasano of the victorious Avonworth Antelopes, the first Penguins Cup championship in the 6-year history of the relatively new PIHL club. The last time I saw you, Chris, you were running around like a maniac with a trophy in your hands. Next time I see you, you're running around like a maniac with a trophy in your hands. Not much has changed, has it?
Yeah, no, it's nothing to complain about, that's for sure. It's a great feeling right now.
What has impressed you the most about this particular group?
Leadership, determination, just throughout the entire course of the season. Every guy on the team was dedicated to working hard and putting forth their best effort in, game out, practice in, practice out. And as a group, they were committed to getting to this place in the season, and they did that.
As a coach, how do you keep your team ready, not just physically, but mentally, with the uncommonly longer than anticipated wait time?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think, probably had an effect on both teams, but our guys are a pretty focused group, and I think they did a really good job before this game, just staying in the zone mentally. I'd check in on occasionally, tell them to stay loose, and they did that, and they were ready to go from the first drop of the puck.
I mean, you have a very demanding schedule as it is, even when you were in your executive role with the league. What inspired you to leave that behind to take this particular position when it became open?
Well, I knew getting into it that we had a pretty good group of kids, because I knew a few of them and I knew about the others. And coaching at the varsity level is obviously a lot different than on the management end of things, and management sometimes gets a little dry. I needed a little bit of a boost, and it was a good opportunity. A great organization that's committed to putting out a really good product, and filled with really good people, and that's what drew me to it.
It's a well-coached outfit. It's a well-peopled outfit as well. Lots of different contributors for the Lopes, especially on offense during the playoffs. Austin Zadovsky made history tonight with 5 goals. How do you even explain what he's done for you in the playoffs?
Austin's been fantastic, but I knew that coming in, that he was a guy that we're going to be able to count on. He's been like that all season long. He maybe didn't show up quite as much as some of the other guys on the score sheet in the regular season, but but Austin is a true warrior and a leader. And, I mean, you guys saw it on display tonight. He came prepared to work hard, and he did that.
And on a personal note, as you get ready for states, one way or the other, what does it mean to be a part of some PIHL history here, while leading a program to its first title?
Well, obviously it feels good, and I'm really extremely happy for the organization as a whole, for obviously my players and the rest of the coaching staff. And I guess, the part about making history, that'll sink in at some point. I'm not thinking about that right now. I'm actually thinking about the game on Saturday. So we've got one more left. So work's not done yet.
Well, we wish the Lopes luck against Garnet Valley, the Flyers Cup champion, and we will see you on Saturday. Congratulations, Coach.
Thanks. I want to put one thing in too for my assistant coaches, Brian and Ian. Fantastic guys. They're really the brains behind this operation, and someday I see both of them being head coaches in their own right. Just fantastic coaching group that we have.
What a team effort. What a run by this whole Avonworth program. They are your 24-25 Class A Penguins Cup champions. Congrats again, Coach.
Thanks, Matt. Appreciate it.
All right, back at the UPMC Lemieux Center with the forward from the Avonworth Antelopes, Brendan Hennigan. They just won the Class A Penguin Cup Championship, a 7-1 victory over Mars. It was an unusual night. So let's start, Brendan. You guys are the second game of a doubleheader that goes to 3 overtimes. Take me into a little inside the team, what you guys were thinking and what you were doing to stay ready for this game.
Yeah, sure. So, the whole team, we were trying to stay loose in the locker room, try not to think too much about the task at hand, but still be focused. We don't really want to overthink it. I think that the boys really went in tonight confident, and I think that was a key factor in the quick start we had. And, I think we came out flying.
Yeah, well, it was a very quick start. Shields get the early goal, then you guys get another one, forces Mars to take a timeout. What was the discussion on the bench at that point?
Keep the pedal down, don't let up. We had them kind of on the ropes at that point. You could tell they were already starting to get a little bit frustrated, so we just wanted to keep playing, our absolute hardest throughout the game.
So now let's talk about your guy, Zadovsky. He puts in 5, a historic night for him. What did you think of his goals and his performance tonight?
Oh, I thought he was phenomenal. Between his goals and just the plays he was making out there, he was so solid all around, forward and defensively tonight.
So you played for a number of years. You're a junior on this team, and now you're a Penguin Cup champion. And you kind of had a minute for it to set in the third period with such a big lead. So just tell us, how do you feel about it? How's the feeling?
Oh, I feel so great right now. I'm ecstatic.
And how about the party?
We'll see how that one goes later on.
Okay, you also have another one, so let's not forget about that. Thinking ahead, what's the week going to be like for this team?
I think that we just need to focus on the task ahead, kind of like how we went tonight. The whole team's been super focused this week leading up to the game. We've been studying film. Everybody was super dialed. We need to bring that same kind of intensity next weekend.
All right, last thing. Right over there is your mom filming this, and your sister and your dad. So I'm just going to give you an opportunity, since we are family, give you an opportunity to thank your parents for everything. What do you got to say to them and all the family that showed up to watch tonight?
I'm so grateful. They've always supported me since I've started playing hockey. They've always been there for me, taking me to practices and, the early games and far trips. I'm so grateful.
Brendan Hennigan from the 1A Penguin Cup champion Avonworth Antelopes, and my cousin. We add another Penguin Cup to the family at the UPMC Lemieux Center. I'm Kevin Zolmansky for TenbandTV.